Hey there, beautiful souls. You hear a lot about it, the fourth dimension. But do you know what that is? In this video, I will explain all about this mysterious dimension. The simple way, because I like that. In the Netherlands, we always say, why do it the hard way while it can be done so simple? So keep watching. First of all, you need to understand that dimensions are not material things. A dimension is not an object, it's not a physical structure. Dimensions are simply levels of consciousness. And this has to do with what you are able to perceive. These levels of consciousness or dimensions all have their own unique characteristics. And second, the fourth dimension and all other dimensions are not outside of you. They coexist in the inner and energetic realms, and once you've grown spiritually, you will be able to perceive the fourth dimension, not as another planet or so, okay? So it's in you, inside. It's the way you perceive the outside world. Another thing really important to understand for you is that all is energy in this universe. So you might have heard that already, but do you really understand what it means? Even the so-called physical world around you, everything you see is made of energy, and I will explain why that is so. You only perceive the world around you as dense material, but in essence, darling, everything is built of atoms. And you know that if you went to school, you learned that atoms are the building stones of everything, all material stuff around you, and everything that lives, you are made of atoms as well, okay? Atoms are for 99.9% built of energy and empty space. There's a little discussion about the empty space part, but let's assume that is true. Nothing dense about that, okay? Do you agree? There are tiny parts in an atom, and even these tiny parts are not so physical as you might think right now. So, energy, everything is energy. Most people living on Mother Earth are perceiving the world around them in 3D. You probably do that as well. The physical world you live in is the expression of the third dimensional state of consciousness. And this is a very low and dense dimension. It's a dimension where the energy moves really slow. It's pretty low vibrational energy. And that is because in the third dimension, there is a lot of fear going on, and sadness, and anger, and frustration, and so on. I don't need to explain this. You can see this all around you in your everyday life. And maybe you experience these emotions as well. And these type of emotions, they cause low vibrational levels, which means that you are aligned to those lower vibrational levels, which is your consciousness, which is the way you perceive the world around you. You are here because you are a spiritual explorer, a spiritual traveler. All of us chose to be here in this third dimension to explore all that is on a deeper level. Thus, we needed the density that you experience right now on a day-to-day basis. And to make the best of it in our third dimensional experience, we left our higher selves behind and lost our alignment and connection with the Creator. Well, we left the higher self behind. It's not lost, but it's sort of outside of us, okay? You can still speak with it. So we chose duality as our reality. And now many people feel a little bit lost because of that. We live in a world of duality, you know, and this has led many of us in the perception that we are victims. We are experiencing things like guilt, disease, or dis-ease, lack, resistance, fear. And although this isn't very pleasant, we did choose it. And we did that on a conscious level to be able to get to know ourselves better. You and I are right now very, very successful in playing the third dimensional game of life. And it all looks so real that many are so lost that they think this material world is the real reality. And these people imagined their role in the third dimension movie of life very well. They are great actors, okay? But it's time for all of us to open our eyes and see beyond this density. It's time to let go that fear, worry, doubt, and grow and realize that there is more to life than all that dense stuff like this mouse or whatever, or even my body, because I'm not my body. I live in a body, but I'm not a body. I'm a eternal consciousness, and so are you. Duality, fear, doubt, and all these negative and low vibrational energies that are going on here in this world are caused by the elite class, the powers that be, the powers that are working behind the screens and have evil intentions for the people of the earth, for you and me, okay? They don't want you to wake up and intentionally create a web of fear through things like propaganda, the media, drugs, the food you eat, the water you drink, through the air, etc., and so much more. I will talk about this more in another video. The fourth dimension was described first by the Mayas. And they have been talking about this fourth dimension for many centuries. They had knowledge about this. And this is what they meant with the end of the world prophecies in the year 2012, when everybody thought the world was lost and the Armageddon would appear. Around this time, the interchange from the 3D to the fourth dimension consciousness started officially, and that is the true meaning of it. But the process was already going on for many years, and it takes a lot of preparation time to be able to live in the fourth dimension. So we are now transcending to that. The fourth dimension is the next level of consciousness. And more people that are awakening spiritually perceive glimpses of this dimension and are opening up, and others are very aware of it. But these people are rare. The fourth dimension is a place where time, as you experience it right now on Earth, does not exist. In the fourth dimension, there is the so-called eternal now. The past is the past without emotional charges, and the future is simply created in the present moment, in that eternal now. It is easier to create on the fourth dimensional level of consciousness. The fourth dimension is not a place. It is not a physical planet or so. Again, it is a state of consciousness. You can reach this state of consciousness while still living here on this dense, three-dimensional world on our beautiful Mother Earth. When you start living in the fourth dimensional state of consciousness, you are a conscious creator of your own reality. You are able to work with energy on a conscious level and understand how the law of attraction and the law of vibration work on a conscious level as well. Things move to you easily and effortlessly, while on the third dimensional level state of consciousness, there is a lot of struggle and the feelings that everything happens to you, okay? In the fourth dimension, you get what you think about instantly. So, to be able to carry this huge responsibility, you will have to grow to a level where you won't abuse this power. And besides being a conscious and successful creator of your desired reality, you also have the ability to choose on a conscious level in this fourth dimension. In the 3D world, people experience their life as if everything happens to them. It is the victim state of mind, so to speak. In the fourth dimension, you have a choice and you are aware of that fact. You are aware of your choice and your freedom, and you realize nothing happens to you. Nothing is accidental. And the consequences of this choice you will also understand better. So you take responsibility for yourself. In the third dimension, people react. In the fourth dimension, people respond and decide what it is they want to do from there. They will never complain about their lives because they know they created it on a conscious level. Another characteristic of living in the fourth dimension is the fact that you don't feel the need to judge things anymore. You simply don't judge, you experience life just the way it is. There is no emotional charge on things, and also no emotional charge on stuff that has happened in the past, okay? No emotional charge about what happened or what is happening as well. It simply is like it is. There is a lot of acceptance when your level of consciousness is able to perceive the fourth dimension. You don't perceive things that happen as right or wrong anymore, and this gives you so much freedom and flexibility to grow even more. In the fourth dimensional state of consciousness, you live in the world, but you are not from the world anymore. And this, my darling, is a huge difference. You cannot perceive the fourth dimension with your physical eyes. And you can't touch it on a physical level. You perceive the fourth dimension on an inner level when you are ready for that. And this means that you need to raise your vibration and learn to live from a state of peace, light, love, compassion, kindness, and joy. And when you realize there is more to life than what you see with your physical eyes, through meditation, for example, you can practice to align with these other dimensions and perceive these with your inner eye. And this happens through your third eye, and for the fourth dimension, especially through your heart, because that is the chakra of the fourth dimension. It means you, yes, you there, need to take the step to start growing. And only when you are ready, all right? Spiritual growth is the way to be able to experience this fourth dimension and live from it. Through self development, you will be able to grow your level of consciousness. And this takes time. You know, it's not just boom there, not like having a magic wand and say, ooh, I want to be in the fourth dimension. Poof! No, it's not the way it works. Living in the fourth dimension happens when you start living from your heart and let go of the world of living from your rational state of mind, all right? It also means you need to free yourself from fear and duality. You have to overcome fear. It starts with overcoming fear and let it go. Well, I have created a video about how to do that the simple way. And the link you will find in the description below this video. So please have a look. Go watch it. The fourth dimension is a state of consciousness where you also will be reunited with your soul or your higher self or your inner being or whatever name you give it. The divine and eternal part of you. That is what I'm talking about. You will be able to live from your inner wisdom, your intuition, which is the voice, by the way, the voice of your soul. All right. You will remember fully who you really are and why you are here when you have grown into the fourth dimensional state of consciousness. I really hope you liked this video. I really hope it helps you understand better what the fourth dimension is all about. If you did like it, will you please give this video your thumbs up? And thank you for doing that. And if you like it, please subscribe to my channel and don't forget to click or tap the bell so you will be notified when I create a new video, all right? About once a week I also create a Dutch video, but my channel will be filled with more and more videos in the English language, okay? I want to reach as many people as I can on a global level. Thank you so much for watching this video, you beautiful soul. Please leave a comment. Feel free to do that if you have any questions or want to share your thoughts or what's going on inside of you, or you just want to tell me something. It doesn't matter. It's your place. It's your freedom to express yourself. Feel free to do that. And I will always respond to what you are sharing with me. You can count on me. You can count on me being supportive for you and respecting you, and I care for you. And I wish you the best of the best. You are important to me. So please, sweetie, take good care of yourself. Be happy, be healthy, be wealthy, and be prosperous, because that is your birthright. All right. Until the next video, big hug. Mwah.